All right, so now we are going to talk about something called composite or compound figures. Okay, so a composite figure, also called a compound figure, is a shape made up of other 2D shapes like triangles, squares, semicircles, rectangles, all that good stuff, right? So, before we start doing area or anything, we're going to practice how to break those down and figure out what are the simpler shapes that make up this compound or composite figure. So, to find the area and perimeter, you can break it down into the ones that we do have formulas for. So this example, it looks like the free throw area of a basketball court, right? So, normally, without the little division, it would just look like kind of that shape. But I can see that, oh, it's broken down into a semicircle and a rectangle. Those are things I know how to find the area of, so I can find those separately first. Then over here on the right, we have an irregular trapezoid. So normally we have a trapezoid that looks like this, right? But here's the type of trapezoid. And if I can't remember the formula for the area of a trapezoid, I can see that it's broken down into a square and then a triangle. And I can find those separately and then just add them together. So let's practice it. So here we have this arrow, and we want to break it down into smaller shapes. We don't have the formula for the area of an arrow. I could count the squares, but sometimes there might be a lot of little squares in there to count, and I might get it wrong. So there's multiple ways to do them. Maybe you saw that there was a rectangle and a triangle. That's the one I saw first. You could have also seen that there's a larger rectangle and then 3 smaller triangles, okay? But I saw a rectangle and a big triangle first. It's not very clear with that color, is it? Okay, so about this guy, let's practice breaking this down. Well, the first one I see, and I need them to be straight edges. Okay, well, I see a triangle right here. So I saw that this line dropped down here to break into a triangle. So I'm going to draw a straight line there. And then if I draw a straight line up here, I have a square, a rectangle, and a triangle. Okay? And then these two down here, even if we have a formula, so we have the formula on how to find the area of a trapezoid, but we could still break it down in case you forget. So here, I see that these ends look like half of a triangle. So I'm going to draw a straight line down that would make these into a triangle, a rectangle, and another triangle. Then I can find the area of those separately and then add them together. Okay, and like I said, there's multiple ways to break down composite figures. So here we have an octagon, and I'm going to do my best to draw straight lines. So an octagon could be made up of 8 triangles. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could find the area of each of those and add them all together. Or if I'm drawing straight lines, this was another way I saw it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, 2 smaller rectangles, and 1 bigger rectangle. Okay, there's multiple ways to do it. Whatever way makes sense to you is how you can do it. Just make sure that you're drawing straight lines and that you're breaking them down into shapes that you do know how to find the area of.